Hey folks, Jasper Dave here, and welcome back to another episode of Retirement Rocks. It is October, or as I like to call it, Rocktober, which means that one of my favorite days of the year is almost upon us. You guessed it, Halloween. So in order to celebrate, I thought we might do so by taking a look at some of the rocks in my collection that can change their appearance under certain spectrums of light. Almost like putting on a Halloween costume and going out trick-or-treating. Except for there's no tricks here, only treats. So let's go get some treats of our own and take a look at some really cool looking rocks. All right, so there are minerals out there that will change colors when placed under a black light or a UV light. And some of those minerals consist of fluorites, calcites, Opalite, Opal, Sodalite, rubies, and a mineral called Kunite. And these are just a few of the rocks in my collection, probably the best ones in my collection that actually glow when placed under a UV or black light. And really, the glow, I'm sure you're going to agree with me, will absolutely blow your mind. So I'm not going to keep the suspense going. I'll go ahead and get right into it, and I'll show you each set of rocks individually under white light, black light, and UV light. First up on the block is fluorite. And it's only fitting because fluorite was the first mineral that fluorescence, which is the glow or change of color that you see when put under a black light or UV light, was discovered in. It's a very common mineral found all over the world. All right, next up is Sodalite and Lapis Lazuli. Now, Sodalite is the formation of rocks you see there on the left. It's a highly desired stone by hobbyists due to its durability, and it's a really easy stone to cut. Sodalite is also known as the poet stone because it's believed by many that it enhances creativity, inspiration, and focus. Lapis Lazuli there on the right, well, the only reason that that's there is because it has traces of sodalite inside of it, which causes it to glow just like the sodalite. Kunite, also known as the evening stone, due to its sensitivity to light. Long exposure of light can make the mineral fade away. There are two main locales in which kunite can be found, and that is Afghanistan and Brazil. So in the video, the one on the left looks just like a white rock, but here it is glowing a purple color. I'm not really sure why it's not capturing it on the video, but the one on the right is glowing pink, but in the video it kind of looks like a sherbet color. Calcite one of the most common minerals and most widely used minerals on Earth. Everything from construction to treating soil to pharmaceuticals. And much like all the other minerals, UV light excites electrons inside of the calcite, which causes them to temporarily glow. Pay attention to the mushroom in the middle. Even after I turn the UV light off, it will continue to glow. Is that not awesome? Rubies. Rubies are one of only 4 precious gemstones on the earth, and one of the hardest minerals. They rate a 9 on the Mohs hardness scale. Rubies get their red coloring from chromium, and it's also the birthstone for July. Often rock hounders will take a UV light with them while they're out rock hounding, and I'll show you why here in a minute, especially when they're looking for rubies or sapphires. So all of these rubies have been tumbled, or at least gone through a burnishing cycle, but as you can see, they pop rather well. They don't do so well if they're dirty, but you can still get a glow to be able to tell whether or not it's a ruby. Same thing with sapphires. They'll have a bit of a glow to them as well. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff here. Now next up on the block is opal. I'm not really too sure what type of opal this one here is, but these two are called hyalite opals. And what makes them particularly odd or special is that they often contain traces of uranium, which will cause them to glow under black light and UV light. As you can see, the hyalite opals on the ends there, they are both glowing rather green. And that again is from the uranium that is sometimes found within them. That middle opal there, that one will actually, similar to the calcite, will glow for a little while after I turn off the black light. Euperlite. Euperlite was accidentally found on Michigan shorelines. Raw euperlite looks like your average everyday gray rock until you hit it with a UV light. That is when the sodalite that is infused into the rock emits a fiery glow. Last, but certainly not least, is Willite and Franklinite. This rock is known as the Christmas tree rock for its bright glow while under a UV light. Both Willite and Franklinite can be found in specific mines in New Jersey. All right, folks, well, that brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you liked it. And if you did, please give me the big old thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you want to continue to see more cool rocks in the future and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Now's as good a time as any. Leave a comment down there at the bottom letting me know which of the rocks was your favorite, and I'll get in touch with 3 lucky viewers and send them a little surprise in the mail. Until next time, be safe, happy Halloween, and keep on tumbling.